So now more lore, right? So I grew up, my house face was on the butting train tracks, which has, as we know, a lot of harborage and other pest-conducive conditions. So with the support of my mom and a neighbor, we did a petition around the block and got neighbors to sign up to urge the railroad company to take action, clear the harborage, and treat the pests behind our house. Yeah, so I think, leading with science, and we have experts at all our agencies, specifically our Department of Health, with rodentologists on staff who are, they know these animals better than anyone. So thinking about how we match interventions to different populations we see, really thinking about how we cut off food source and harborage conditions and use extermination methods as a tool, but not the only tool as we approach this system-wide. Even being in this room today, this work cannot be just done by the city or our agencies. We need the public involved. We need our private companies involved. We really need everyone taking dedicated steps, cutting off food source, better sanitation habits, sealing up cracks, excluding a truly integrated pest management approach so we can see numbers stay down and have a better quality of life for everybody. Rats can find everything they need in our city, and we want to make it more and more difficult for them to thrive there. So cutting off food through changing our sanitation rules, working with property managers to make sure their sidewalks are clean, anything to remove harborage, so thinking about how we're reducing clutter, working with our different city managed properties to make sure their areas are neat and clean and well managed. We want New York City to be better for humans and less better for rats. So as I mentioned, we're really thinking about how we build a long-term rat-free New York. So all the products that work on exclusion and cutting off access is really where we want to go. And the partnership, the collaboration, this donation all help us achieve that mission. I know we, partnering with our folks at NYCHA, New York City Housing Authority, have some ideas of how to put this in place. They're really thinking about how they exclude all their buildings and make sure we're not having rats inside. Yeah, there's a number of metrics we look at as a city. 311 complaints are a big one, and we've seen increases in those historically after the last number of years. We did see a decrease in the spring compared to previous years, which we were really excited about. That coincided with the changing of our waste set-out time, so New Yorkers noticing a change in how our city operates, seeing less rats. The science says we're having warmer winters, so rats are able to eke out one or two more births, right? And that exponentially will grow their population. With the changing our behaviors during the pandemic, they changed their behaviors. So we're seeing rats in areas we haven't seen them historically. So we're talking about a spreading out of a very successful creature. So how do we make sure we're matching those interventions to their new scale and scope? And then last, cities are getting older. We don't need the science to tell us that. Every year a city ages, the infrastructure ages, and it provides perfect habitats for rats. So we're up against the clock in a way. Are we seeing success? Absolutely. I mentioned the 311 complaints, better coordination across our agency, more efficiency, and even events like this, bringing people into the conversation and make sure we have a shared message and mission is going to be essential to help us achieve our goals.